Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy D Money, and with the 7th anniversary coming up, there's a lot of questions, a lot of speculation about what characters we're gonna get for parts 1, 2, and 3. And this is one of the only years where, aside from maybe 1 or 2 units, it's really a toss-up between what we could get from anniversary. There's no clear-cut unit or a clear-cut thing we can set that we've been like, oh, we haven't gotten this or we haven't gotten that. No, we've gotten a lot in the last 6.5 years of Legends, going on 7. So I mean, they could really bring anything, which makes it really fun and interesting to try to predict what's coming up. So in this video, I'm going to be bringing us 10 characters that we might see during the anniversary, starting from most likely to least likely to kind of spice it up. Alright, so starting up on a number 10 slot and the most likely character to come out, you guys knew he was here, it's Ultra MUI Goku. Now, because MUI Goku already has a Legends Limited, like the version I'm showing you right now, then I think the only other step up from that will be an Ultra. And yeah, everybody pretty much predicts this guy coming. I feel like it's a pretty 100% chance that he's coming. And I know everybody says that. We all said that for Legends Festival when it was Beast Gohan, but there's literally nothing left but this guy that you could drop as an Ultra for it to be like anniversary hype, unquestionably, supremely overpowered and hype. Now, with the Frieza that we just got, the new free-to-play Frieza, the green one, TOP is really pretty much locked in, and that really influenced this position and a lot of the positions on the list. There's a couple Tournament of Power characters here, as you guys probably predicted. But yeah, I definitely think MUI is locked to come out. The only question is whether or not he's gonna come out during part 1 or part 3. We're all pretty much dead set that he's gonna be an Ultra. Now the only thing is, when is he gonna drop? Because I feel like the lack of Ultras between Legends Festival and Anniversary kinda means that the game is probably going to be dropping an Ultra for part 1, but then that begs the question of just an Ultra banner for part 1 and one, like, I assume another, like, one sparking with the 1% and only 3 units dropping for Anniversary. That's kind of like a step down. I mean, it might be questionable, but you never know. I don't know what their whole philosophy is, but only 3 new units coming out for a whole part of Anniversary, I don't know about that, which kind of gives me pause. But this isn't a banner debate, this is a character debate, and yeah, MUI is probably the most likely shoe-in character that's going to drop for this anniversary. Alright, and coming in at number 2 on the most likely to least likely list, we have Gogeta. Now, this is one that I feel like is pretty much, it's not a lock, but it's highly likely. We haven't gotten a Super Gogeta since the Piccolo and Gogeta unit that dropped in 2023, going into 2024, in that Legends Festival in between. And I mean, we get a Fusion Warrior pretty much every anniversary, and last year they did Super Vegito. So it really has me thinking that Gogeta is almost a lock for this anniversary. I don't think we've gone a whole anniversary without having a Fusion Warrior in it, and we've already done the Vegitos. We got a Vegito for Legends Festival and for anniversary last year, so I feel like it's pretty much a given that we get a Gogeta this anniversary, and why not anyone but Super Gogeta. I would love a standalone Super Gogeta that's just an LF by himself, because we don't have that yet. We only LF Super Gogeta we have is the one that revives from Piccolo, and besides that, it's just 1%, and then obviously the Ultra. And some people might think it's a step down, but I think an opportunity for them to do something cool with his LF, maybe something akin to Dokkan, or maybe some Legend Original stuff. You never know. I'm always welcome for that. But Gogeta just has so much potential in his whole Stardust attacks and all the rainbow stuff, and I think they do a really good job. And he's definitely anniversary worthy. And another reason why I think so is the whole debate between how many Ultras we're getting. But if we truly are getting 2 LS for part 1, and they're doing the same format that they've done for last year, then we need something to headline part 1. And this guy and MUI from before are really the only 2 characters I could see really you putting their face on an anniversary. It's really only these 2 guys. Everybody else on the list is definitely hype, but you know, for anniversaries, it's usually they're usually gonna bring out either a Goku or a Fusion, or I mean, that's really it. I haven't even really seen them put a Vegito on a logo, so that's really it. That's the precedent they've set with not just this game, but also Dokkan. I mean, what do you see in Dokkan? You see Goku and Vegeta, or just a Goku or a Fusion. That's really like what the faces of Dragon Ball are. So if not MUI Goku, I definitely think this guy would be a really good headliner for the 7th anniversary. Alright, and with this 3rd spot on the list, we have a Kefla. I've been seeing some people saying that they don't think Kefla's anniversary worthy when she's already dropped for an anniversary before, and I think people were really hype to see her back there, and now she would finally. I'm assuming this would be an LF character, not an Ultra yet, because I feel like Ultra Kefla is a little bit down the road. She definitely warrants an Ultra. I feel like she has a lot of people who are big fans of her. She's a fusion, like she has all the things that Dragon Ball Legends loves to buff and it leans towards, but. For this anniversary, I would just see it as an LF. I definitely think a version of that attack she was gonna do on UI Sign Goku, but like a finished one where she actually lands the kill would be really cool as an LF. And I mean, she does a lot in the anime. She could be transforming if you really wanted to, or she could just be in her final form. I think either of them, her Super Saiyan 2 form, I think either of those would be really cool to see. And yeah, I mean, I believe she's anniversary worthy. She literally fights MUI, so it would be kind of cool, and she buffs the universe. Oh Jesus! Oh, sorry about that. I don't know if I'm gonna cut that out or not. But she buffs the universe rep tag, which I think desperately needs buffs. If not some, like, obviously they're gonna get some plat equips and everything else, but you do need new units at the end of the day. I don't think equips can save a team, and she would be really cool to buff the UI Goku that I predict and a few other units on this list if they do come out. So I think she would just be an overall great unit. Oh, and she would go on Vegito's team. I mean, not Vegito, Gogeta's team from the spot before. So I feel like it would just add a lot of synergy in the anniversary, add a lot of overlap, which some people might not want, because then you run into situations like the 4th anniversary or the 5th anniversary. We have anniversary teams, but I think it's cool for units in the anniversary to overlap and be able to run them together. She would be on Fusion, she'd be on Girls, she'd be on Saiyans, she'd be on Uni Reps. Like, I think this is pretty much like a perfect release to come out alongside a Tournament of Power somewhat themed anniversary. Alright, and following up with Kefla, the 4th spot on the list is definitely Jiren. Kefla and Jiren are kind of like neck and neck with those two units that I could see getting another version of themselves. Now, Jiren already has an LF full power version, but that one released all the way back before the 4th anniversary, and I definitely think that pairing up a new version of Jiren and MUI for the anniversary would be really cool. I specifically chose this version of Jiren because it could be this form of Jiren getting an LF or this version, to be honest. Either or really could warrant one. I know we already have a full power Jiren, but in any anniversary that's going towards Tournament of Power and you want to have characters that are hype level enough to warrant being a part of an anniversary, I think you gotta mention Jiren in it. I mean, when Tournament of Power is up, you always gotta have Jiren. He's really the final boss of the arc. And if they're going to be dropping Ultras alongside LFs, then I think if you drop a new Jiren and a new Master Ultra Instant Goku, I think that would make a really aesthetically pleasing part 1. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. Personally, I think Jiren should have dropped during the 4th anniversary with MUI before they were doing that's before they were doing dual LFs, but you know, I think Jiren's a really hype character. I know some people don't really like Jiren that much, but I mean, he's really the super ender. He ends super in the anime, and like I said, having him next to MUI is very aesthetically pleasing, so he took the 4th spot on the list. Alright, and with the 5th spot, I have Hit. Now, of all the Tournament of Power characters to get released, I do think Hit is last, just because I feel like he does the least amount during the Tournament of Power. If he was gonna come out, I think it's important for me to say that I think it would be something akin to Hit and God Goku from Dokkan. But I mean, Hit's one of the coolest characters put out in Super, definitely anniversary worthy, and you can drop a version of him from either the Tournament of Power or from the God of Destruction Champa arc. I don't know what they call it, if they call it Universe 6 vs 7, whatever they do. But I mean, Hit is incredibly hype. An LF Hit where he does this time skip, I know they could do a really good job with the animations with that, and I think people would really appreciate that. Rhyme Style would definitely love it. He'd definitely be back in the game for it, and I think it would just be really cool, especially if you pair it up with, let's say, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, who may or may not be on the list. But yeah, I mean, that being a part 2 or those two being put together is definitely anniversary worthy. People sleep on how hyped that scene was when Goku really did that, and that Goku doesn't have barely any representation. I'm not talking about the Tournament of Power Ultra, I'm really talking about the moment where he first did it, because that one is way more hype than the other one. But yeah, focusing on Hit, not that unit. Hit is definitely anniversary worthy. He's really cool. Pairing up alongside any other tournament of power unit would be really cool, and I think he would be a great unit to see during the 7th anniversary. Alright, and coming up with number 6 on the list, we have Dragon Ball Super Full Power Broly, Full Power Super Saiyan, Berserk, I don't know what you call it. This version of Broly, the final form where he's the most powerful. And it's really crazy that we have only one version of him in the entire game that released during 2020. This guy is incredibly cool, aged really well. I think people like this version of Broly. I don't know if they like it more than Z Broly, but people definitely like this version of Broly. And with as much as this game goes back to Dragon Ball Super Broly, I'm surprised we haven't got another version of him. And you could really re-release him as another LF. He does so much in the movie. That movie has so many crazy animations. I mean, you wonder why we have so many Gogeta Blues in the game. We could get just as many full power Brolys, and you could release him as another LF or even an Ultra. I don't know if he's anniversary ending ultra worthy, but he's definitely ultra worthy as a whole. I'm surprised we haven't gotten one. So, you know, whenever we talk about what we could get for a hype celebration, even a monthly celebration, this Broly is always there. And yeah, I mean, this Broly is sick. They could throw a plat equip for Ultra Gogeta Blue. That would fit in really well. And even like I don't know, you could throw like a 1% maybe Goku and Vegeta, who could, I mean, they're the Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta, who also weren't an LF. They're not on this video, but I think they definitely weren't an LF as well. But I mean, this is the most hyped character besides Gogeta from that movie that hasn't got another version in so long, and I think it's criminal not to mention him in any list where you're talking about celebration units. Alright, and with the 7th character on our list, we have any version of GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The last standalone premium version of this character came out all the way back in 2021 before the 3rd anniversary, and we did get the Tag 4s in 2022. Yeah, 2022 Legends Festival, but we need another standalone version of this character. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is like maybe like a top 3 transformation ever, if not the best. Like, you gotta think, like, so many people, this is how strong Goku was for like 20 years, his strongest form, and probably the coolest looking form in one of my opinions. It's definitely up there in design, and I think he definitely deserves some type of ultra. Everybody thought he was gonna get an ultra before Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but that didn't end up happening. I guess they decided that they wanted to release Gogeta first, but I mean, at any time this guy could drop an ultra, and he's definitely celebration worthy. I will admit it'd be a little weird to already have Gogeta in the game and then have him release. It'd be maybe a little bit of a step down, but if he was a part 1 character, I definitely wouldn't think that was weird or anything like that. So 100% this guy could drop during the anniversary. He's like a wild card character, but I definitely see him being anniversary worthy, and we haven't got an ultra version of him, so yeah. Okay, and coming in at number 8, we have any form or version of Orange Piccolo. Now, we haven't seen any version of Orange Piccolo. We only have one iteration of him that came out in the 5th anniversary during part 2, and that was a revive from the Power Awakening Piccolo into Orange Piccolo. But with the frequency of Beast Gohans we've been getting, I find it really strange that they love releasing Beast Gohans and no Orange Piccolo. And he definitely wouldn't be like a part 1 headliner, but I think a part 2 standalone Orange Piccolo with a redone LF. We know they love redoing Dragon Ball Super superhero LFs. So I mean, hey, Orange Piccolo I think is already been anniversary worthy once. I think another version of him, maybe with redone animations, maybe with an LF where he goes into his giant form. They could do a lot with this guy. He does a lot in the movie. And even if Legends wanted to improv, he has a stretchy limbs. There's a ton of stuff and potential you can use with him, especially if this update decides to incorporate some type of giant characters or like more complex animations with the RAM update. They could definitely do something with this guy to show off the new capabilities. So yeah, I would definitely be happy to see another Orange Piccolo character come out and run him with the Ultra Beast Gohan. They can make him an Ultra. They could just make him another standalone LF. But yeah, Orange Piccolo number 8 on the list. Love to see it. Okay, and for number 9, we are entering Legends Limited Ultra territory. Now, I'm not someone that really believes that Legends Limited Ultras is a super like likely thing that it's almost guaranteed to come out. I definitely see what people are talking about where like Ultra LFs, they're kind of gonna have to start bringing in a new rarity so they can start re-releasing the hype characters that they've already covered, because we already have all the ultra fusions. Basically we have a bunch of ultra versions of like the iconic moments in Z, like the Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, etc. So I see the potential, and I definitely think Legends might take that step. And on the off chance they do take that step during this anniversary, I think some type of version of this Goku, as everybody knows, Super Saiyan Goku, like the first time he goes Super Saiyan, is probably the most iconic moment in the entire series. And if they were going to release a Legends Limited Ultra, this was the first Ultra, so why not release him as the first Legends Limited Ultra? That's mostly it really with that. We don't really know much about if they were to release it, what the criteria would be or what their philosophy is with that type of unit. All we know is that they would probably use it to release the same type of units they had before. So yeah, if they did release it, my pick would probably be Ultra Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, but hey, it could be anything. So yeah, this is number 9 on the list. Alright, and finally coming in number 10, which is surprising because of the precedent all anniversaries have set thus far. But the last character I had, because you know you had to throw him in there, is any type of Vegito character. This is low-key looking like the first anniversary that we're not going to receive a single Vegito, but if I know Legends, we've had 6 straight years of Vegitos, and I don't think they're going to stop now. So hey, I'm throwing this guy in as any type of version of Vegito. I don't think he's going to be anywhere part of the headliners, but you never know. You might get like a random EX Vegito, you might get a 1% Vegito, you never know. But because of the precedent Legends is set, first anniversary gets LS Super Vegito, second anniversary we get Legends Limited Vegito Blue, third anniversary we got the 1%, fourth anniversary we got Ultra Super Vegito, fifth anniversary we get Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, and then sixth anniversary we get the Synchro Gauge one. So I mean, they're running out of Vegitos, but if I know Legends, I know they love Vegito. He's been a main part of every anniversary, and it'd be foolish of me to not think that he was going to come out for another one, but I have no idea what they would do with it. If I had to bet on any type of form, it would just be like a base Vegito. If they do some type of Boo Saga release for the anniversary, they could definitely throw like a 1% just base Vegito. He could be like a support type, because I don't think Fusion Warrior has a real support type, and maybe you can make him like really good, kind of like Majin Ku, please no paralyzed, but like a Majin Ku, really dope support unit for the Fusion Warrior team. And yeah, this one's pretty self-explanatory, Vegito. So yeah. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of our list from our characters that I feel are most likely to least likely come out during the Legends 7th anniversary. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys agree with my list, if there's characters you think I forgot. And without further ado, I'm out.